Hello everybody, how's it going? Still in the shop? Well, I don't live in the shop, of course, but just continue on with some of the downtime with the severe weather we've had. Range is still all closed. I thought I'd shoot a quick video update of the of my Shultz and Larsen that I featured a few times. I've done some work on it, not really recently, but I just haven't kind of had a video on it since doing some stuff on it. So I had discussed in one of my videos that it was a full-on cock to close bolt, and you really had to hold it into position, and as a result you shoot it for some time and it's quite stiff. So I had a rubber bolt knob. These are pretty cool. They just slip right on the factory bolt and they give you a little bit better purchase, and a couple different manufacturers make them. I can't remember where I got that one, but I have them on pretty much all my rifles because it makes such a difference. But because this rifle wasn't stock, it had been modified by somebody right here. This is the factory location for the aperture sight, and somebody has drilled and tapped it some time ago for a more forward position. So as a result, the stock being modified and holes being drilled and tapped, one of which is right in the name stamping, basically, which is kind of a shame, but was before my time. So as a result, again, collector value is long gone, if there really was any on this rifle. So I have since, let's take a break for that. I have since refinished the stock. I think somebody had already sanded it some years ago, so I just cleaned it up, oil finished it, brought out some of the grain a little bit better. It's actually a really, really nice piece of old walnut. Anyway, so what I did was the factory bolt knob, and I'll throw some pictures in at the end. The factory bolt knob was very small, and the rubber knob did help, but over long periods of time you can definitely feel it. So what I actually did is I cut it off, threaded it, and made my own bolt handle that, instead of being round, is a little bit longer, and so it gives you a little bit better purchase, and is much more comfortable to shoot. And it's actually made from a grade 5 bolt, believe it or not. So I just cut the head on, drilled and tapped it, cleaned it up, all on my mini lathe, and then I just heat blued, screwed it on. I can change it and do anything differently I want at any point in time, but it actually is much nicer on your hand. It gives you nice grip, and I've actually done this design a few times before, and but on this rifle it's made it much more comfortable, much easier to close. It is slightly larger than the factory diameter wise, than the factory ball was, but literally double the length, so it gives you more leverage and much more comfortable to shoot, for me anyway. I also, the factory rifle had the butt hook adapter, and it didn't come with a slide-in plate or anything like that. It was just the bare aluminum butt plate. So I made up a quick kind of spacer out of some ABS plastic, some 1/4-inch aluminum, and some walnut, sculptured it to fit. That way I could still use the adjustable butt plate feature of the factory stock, but gave a much nicer fit on my shoulder. The aluminum casting was quite rough, or sharp rather, and this way it's just more like a standard butt plate. I just threw that together pretty quick. So those are a couple of mods that I've done on it. It's still wearing my loophole scope, but I think that's going to change pretty soon. And I'm definitely going to go with some, I did change the rings already to slightly higher rings. I think I'm going to actually go even higher, just to help with the loading of this this rifle. And pretty soon, when the weather improves and I'm able to actually shoot it, I'm going to actually do it head-to-head against my Anschutz 1413 to compare the two, because this gun shoots so well, and I really enjoy shooting this rifle, and especially since it's now cleaned up a little bit, and I think the stock reflects it performs or it looks as good as it performs, I think. And with this bolt handle, I actually haven't other than fooling around with it in the shop, I haven't really taken it out yet to see how it performs at the range. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Anyway, I thought I'd share. And I'll throw some pictures at the end of the kind of the before and after, and give you guys an idea of the difference between the two for those who don't remember. But anyway, it was a worthwhile mod to do, and I certainly wouldn't do it to a pristine example, but because this one had been sanded at one time and has been drilled and tapped, unfortunately, on this side, that it had already had some work done, and I plan on keeping this rifle for a long time. It shoots so well, so for me, it was all about the comfort at this stage. Anyway, as usual, thanks a lot for watching.